Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Wednesday, it's November the 23rd. Hope you're doing great today. I have my cup of lemon ginger tea today. It's really good, very healthy for you and tastes delicious. But a bit of honey in there this morning as well. Do any of you like herbal teas? I'd be really curious what you like to drink, and maybe we can share some notes in the section below. But tea is my favorite and it's super good for you. And I'm glad to be sitting here with you and sharing a cup of tea or coffee if you prefer. But welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Now, as I said, today's Wednesday, and I want to feature a topic today that I hope is of interest to you. It's of interest to me, and that is the theme of happiness. Now, of course, this is a word that we use and we define it in all different ways. And, one woman's happiness is another person's, not happiness. But it's just a great topic to discuss, to get us started in the middle of this week. Now, we have a great blogger. Her name's Janet Miller. And Janet is she's a former Fortune 100 executive. She's a globetrotter and a executive coach. And she wrote an article for us called 7 Research-Proven Happiness Habits. So these are research projects that have proven the connection between these things and being happy. And I'll say right up front, none of them will be like big shocks. I mean, they're all things that we know, that I think maybe a little reminder now and again is a good thing, and hopefully can get this rest of this week going with that lens of happiness. So here we go. First of all, before I start, there's some interesting statistics here. It's obviously happiness, from Janet's perspective, is a combination of genetics, your individual situation, and then the effort that you put into it, things you do, the actions you take. And this is, it's like 50, 10, and 40% in ratio. So you can't control genetics or your individual situation. Sometimes you're not in a good space, but you can control what you do, how you take action to bring happiness into your life. So this is what she writes this article about, the things that we can have control over. And the first thing, it's a pretty obvious one, and we talk about it a lot, is how to be thankful, having an attitude of gratitude about life. And, according to research, people that are actively grateful, keep a journal or just incorporate it into their lives, are the ones that are really, happier than others. And it's kind of a nebulous thing, because I know it's not always, there's not always a direct connection, but it's definitely something that is important. Now, the other thing about being thankful is it allows you to have space in your heart for other people. So it puts your attention from you to someone else, and that's kind of a cool effort that can result in being happy. So that's it. Be thankful, and just do it as a way of life. Just do it every day. The second thing is to make time for exercise. Now, we all know this is important, and we're all sort of nodding, yes, Margaret, we know. And I'm nodding to myself, because it's a discipline, and we have to build it into our lives, sometimes slowly, one day at a time, and just make it a habit. But the truth is that when you exercise, these endorphins in your body are generated, and these endorphins create happy feelings. This is a chemical in your brain. And also, if you're stressed and nervous, there's a hormone called cortisol that is driven, and this cortisol it sticks around your stomach. So if you've got like a little bit of a belly, that's where cortisol likes to store itself. And this hormone is definitely produced by stress. Research has shown this. So reducing the cortisol and increasing the endorphins, perfect way to feel happy, and it's directly resulted to exercise. So get to the gym, do some weight-bearing exercises, do walking, whatever, swimming, whatever you do to stay healthy. Because your brain needs the same activity, blood flow, oxygen that your body needs. Your brain and body are one. So work on both of them at the same time with an exercise regime. Now, the other thing is to adopt a healthy diet. Now, there's definitely a relationship between diet and health. It's not that you have to have a specific diet, like, cut things out. Just have a sensible diet, vegetables and fruits and good fatty foods. but to also reduce, if you can, processed foods. This seems to be the real challenge, is when you've got processed foods that are well, they're just tearing down the goodness that the food is putting into your body. So it's really important that you, just look at your diet, take control of it. And as I said, it's an action that you can take. You have control, and it definitely, according to research, relates to healthy living and happiness. So good diet, important. Another thing that Janet mentions is mindfulness and meditation. Now, as you know, I'm a huge fan of meditation, and I think it does have a direct result on how happy you feel. Mostly because it takes you away from the confusion of sort of multiple thoughts and this multitasking, this distraction from the real world, and it allows you to focus. And I think that when you're able to focus on the immediate situation, to live in the present, not in the past or living in the future, you actually do open your heart to possibility. So you're able to see things that are going on in life that may be a little stressful. Just get them in focus and put them in their place, so they're not sort of constantly attacking you and digging away at your feelings of peace and security and happiness. So that's important. Meditation and mindfulness doesn't have to be a formal practice. You can just sit, breathe, and relax, and just watch your thoughts and just relax. Helps a lot. The next thing is to have time away from technology. Now, I have a really difficult time with this because this is my work. I'm on the computer all the time. But the advice is from researchers and scientists to take some time away from the screens. And that's your phone, your iPad, your devices, your television. Just make the nature your screen. Get out into the world and just get away from technology. And by doing that, you can really focus on what's important. I don't know about you, but when I'm online, I'm constantly following little breadcrumbs. Like I'll read something and think, oh, that's interesting, I'll go check that out, and constantly back and forwards. And then I forget where I was and go back to it. But it's just letting that go. Letting it go for a few minutes every day, or maybe a day. Make Sunday or Saturday your technology-free day, and just enjoy the world, your family, your friends. Make time for that. It really is important. And then other thing is to keep positive thoughts in your mind. Now, this is hard. If you've got something that you're going through right now that is stressing you, that is making you sad, I know that we've all had situations in our lives, and certainly this year, that have been very distracting and very deeply concerning. But it's the time now to try to see the positive and put it in perspective. Because unless you do, you won't feel happy. You will feel sad. And it's not good for your health, and it's not good for your life. So, just try, if you can, to put a positive spin on things. It's a skill. It's a habit. And I don't know where I read this, but sometimes you have to do things 7 times in order for them to become a habit. So maybe you'll bounce around a bit and have to struggle with emotion that's hard and difficult, not be able to think positive thoughts, but do it 7 times. Get in the habit. So that actually creates, by the way, a cycle. Positive thinking creates success. Success makes you healthy. Healthy makes you feel good and happy. So it all connects. Complex beings that we are, it all does connect. And finally, the advice by Janet is to spread happiness by sharing with others and helping others. Whether this is being a volunteer, being involved in a tutoring exercise, helping kids, whatever it's doing, allow it to give your life purpose and meaning, and be grateful for that. And helping others gives you purpose. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning and share your wisdom, your skills and knowledge. And that's just a feel-good thing. It just makes you feel happy to know that everything you've been through is helping someone else. It's a really, really cool thing. So this happiness cycle is not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a result, like we said at the beginning, of what you do, the actions that you take every day. So let's make this Wednesday a happy day. And I do wish you all happiness in the world, happiness in your personal life, in your professional world, with your families, with your friends. Happiness is nebulous, but it's real, and you can make it happen. So I have a question for you. Before I do close, I want to thank you all again for being here. It's just marvelous to know that you're there every morning, and that you're getting value from our Mornings with 60 and Me. Please tell a friend. It's really important that other people know about this. I think it can help. So yeah, share with a friend. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. And my question for today is a simple one, and it's simply, what is your favorite happiness habit? What do you do in your life to make yourself happy? What's your favorite happiness habit? Leave your comments in the section below, and we'll have a conversation. I will join in, and we'll see what we can do to share the happiness. Take good care, everybody. Have a really fabulous day, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for Mornings with 60 and Me. Take care. Bye-bye for now.